For centuries, man has been intrigued by the moon's changing face. Sometimes it's high in the sky. Some nights it's a sliver. And other times it disappears completely. But this cycle becomes predictable as the moon's phases repeat every month. The Sumerians, Chinese, and Babylonians depended on the moon's cycle to determine their days, months, and years. And the moon's phases still mark the beginnings of Jewish and Muslim holidays. So what causes the moon to have phases? And why is its cycle consistent? Phases represent the illuminated portion of the moon that we see from Earth. As the moon begins to orbit Earth, the sun's light reflects off the moon, causing a different portion to glow. The moon has 4 main phases. New, first quarter, full, and last quarter. It takes about 1 week for the moon to change from one of these phases to another. In between, the moon is either a crescent, which means it's less than half full, or gibbous, which is more than half full. When the moon appears to be growing, we say that it is waxing. If it appears to be getting smaller, it is waning. During a full moon, if the moon, earth, and sun align, and the moon passes through the earth's shadow, a lunar eclipse will occur. But since the moon's orbit is inclined about 5 degrees to Earth's, the moon normally passes either above or below the Earth. The best time to observe the moon is during its quarter phases, because the terminator, which is the line that separates light from dark, dramatizes the moon's surface features. You'll be able to see mountains, craters, and scarps in the most contrast and sharpest relief.
Dearest brothers and sisters, this is Reverend Melissa, and the message for today is based upon an excerpt from the book, The Gospel of Peace, and the section is The Moon. Many of you by now know that all of humanity hath been deceived by the ancient rulers of Rome, who does not worship nor serve the God of Abraham, the God of Enoch, Yahweh. They worship their Lord, and that Lord is Satan. And Satan, under the direction of Satan, they enslaved humanity, changed the world calendar from a lunar calendar to that based upon their false Gregorian calendar. But Christ gave us the gospel of peace, the gospel of the Holy 12. If any of you have not read the gospel of peace, you are really missing out. And of course, the books of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, all support the fact that everything in the earth is based upon the lunar calendar, the moon. Plants, the seasons are based upon the moon, not the sun. It's the moon. And also our calendar is not a 365-day calendar. That was what they did to place the earth into imbalance by creating again that false Gregorian calendar. The message this today again is taken from the Gospel of Peace. And as you hear these words and you go to the Google book search and you read the Gospel of Peace online, you read the moon, think about the truth that is there and realize that this was written thousands of years ago, before Rome changed the world calendar to their false Gregorian calendar. Okay? In wisdom, peace, and love, be blessed, and may you all be blessed with wisdom to understand and comprehend the message herein. The moon. Unto the luminous moon, which heapeth within itself the seed of many species, let there be invocation with sacrifice and prayer. When the light of the moon waxeth warmer, golden-hued plants grow up from the earth. During the season of spring, we sacrifice unto the new moons and unto the full moons. The crescent of the new moon is full of holy peace. We sacrifice unto the angel of peace. The radiant and luminous moon keepeth within itself the seed, the bright, the glorious, the water-giving, the warmth-giving, the wisdom-giving, the thoughtfulness-giving, the freshness-giving, the healing one, the moon of peace. With silent and peace-giving light, the moon doth shine upon the pastures, the abodes, the waters, the lands, and the plants of all our earthly garden. The moon and the sun, the holy wind and the stars without beginning, self-determined and self-moved, all are regulators of the holy order, of the days and nights, of the months and years. The face of the moon doth change its aspect, yet it is ever the same. As the holy law doth reveal a different face to each of the children of light, yet is unchanged in its essence, we invoke the new moon and the moon that is waning, and the full moon that scattereth the night, and the yearly festivals, and the seasons of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. For it was He who gave us the moon, her increase and her decrease, that through her we might know the movements of the day and of the night. Thou silver and luminous moon, we are grateful that we may look on thee and see in thy reflection the blessed face of our earthly mother wisdom. Among the worlds of the sons of men, the brothers of light are flames of radiance, as the stars pale in the presence of the bright and shining moon. The moon walketh in brightness across the sky, and delight in the holy law doth fill our hearts. Peace, peace, peace. Holy angel of peace, illumine the silver moon with thy holiness, that all may look upon its beauty and feel thy eternal peace. The desert sky is blue with night, and we see the first ray of the new moon, chaste and beautiful. Then do the brothers greet one another, saying, Peace be with thee, peace be with thee. In wisdom, peace, and love, here endeth the excerpt for the reading for today. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and peace be with thee. We love you. This is Reverend Melissa.